Okay, we're getting the white pieces against the national master who's rated 24-35. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna get an interesting game. He opens up with second move e6. I mean first move e6. I'm gonna go second move bishop to f4. Yeah, I'm still looking forward to see the Dutch. He does go for it, and looks like it's gonna be more of like a classical Dutch. So I'm gonna be playing knight f3. Could have started bishop e2 as well. I believe I've covered that move order on the channel. And now I'm gonna be playing it like this. I could castle, maybe has knight h5 in that position. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'll play it this way. The move order, it's like a bit weird. You're gonna hate me for this move order. Okay, I'm gonna play it this way. I don't think you can go knight h5. I'm gonna play knight c3. Like, people are usually confused whenever to play c4 in the London. Well, against the Dutch, it's one of the cases. Then c4 is good against the Dutch. So in knight h5, the plan is to pretty much ignore it. Okay, he does go c6. He might be looking to get into some kind of stone wall. Just gonna play h3. If he goes d5, I'm fine playing that position. Just gonna castle, not afraid of g5. He does go knight d7. We'll just push pawns. Basically, black is pushing on the king side. We're pushing on the other side. Does go g5. I think bishop can go all the way to h2. Could also play like g3, but I think this should be fine. And in case of g4, we can take. We can also just like move the knight to d2. I think take should be reasonable. I might play knight d2 anyways on the next move. Okay, knight d4. I think this is generally a pretty bad move because of knight d2. And the issue for my opponent is that I'm assuming he plays either knight f6 or d5. He does go d5. Then at some point I'll be able to break with f3 and white is much better. Question is whether I'm playing queen c2 now, giving him the b4 pawn, or I'm just playing c5 or b5. I think I like b5 better, opening things up. There's like no attack going on the king side, and I already made an insane amount of progress on the other side of the board. So yeah, threat could be taking on c6 followed by queen a4. He does go there. I think we can just take and go queen a4. That looks very good for me. Could have also played queen a4 immediately. I like this better though, just creating a weakness already on c6 that we can attack. Hitting the pawn on bishop b7, rook b1 would be really annoying to deal with. As I was saying, I'm just gonna continue with rook b1. I'm expecting knight b6, and then I think I'm just gonna play like queen a3. Yeah, I like queen a3. Queen b3 is also fine. Like dc4, knight c4 is just like a disaster. Maybe queen b3 is just like better. Threat being c5. Okay, I forgot that I'm allowing bishop a6, so maybe that was small inaccuracy. Could still play queen a3. Because if he takes twice on c4, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna recapture the pawn with a much better position. So I'm expecting my opponent maybe play queen c8. And then I'll play rook fc1. And I think I'm still like much better. He can take like twice on c4, but I mean, his pawn structure is like completely messed up, so I think that should be bad for my opponent. Okay, he does take. Maybe it's actually like best chance, I'm not sure. I'll take with a knight. And yeah, I mean, we'll have to go for it. His idea is to play some queen d5, so maybe it makes sense to throw in bishop d6. Perhaps we can just go rook c1. Yeah. I kind of like bishop d6, cutting his pieces a bit. Seems a bit uncomfortable. No, I don't think I'm even rushing to win that pawn. I'm playing queen c5. Queen could potentially keep an eye on the king side. Bishop to e7. I think we'll trade bishops, and which pawn do we take? Do we take any? I think I play rook c1. I don't think it really matters. Gonna take this way. Idea to, yeah, keep playing against the pawn on c6. I think we can, yeah, just collect with rook e5, rook e4. Seems to be the simplest. That was a good move by him, but he's still like worse. Gonna play g4. defend the second rank with rook b2, I think was important. And I think we're winning another pawn. Okay, opponent playing fast as hell. I don't like this. Okay, I mean, we flagged him, but he was trying to be really dirty. He was getting outplayed like the whole game, but he tried to be really dirty. I don't like this kind of guys. I think the middle game was instructive. I think the only inaccuracy that I made was instead of playing queen b3, I could have gone queen a3 and move 18. So yeah, queen a3 is like first line on the engine if you guys see it. Queen b3 was allowing bishop a6, allowing him to trade some bunch of pieces. I thought, you know, queen b3 idea to play c5, and if he takes, I thought maybe queen is eyeing the e6 square, but forgot he can play bishop a6. So yeah, I mean, after queen a3 is pretty much like resignable at this point with like c5 coming. And yeah, I believe that is pretty much how you beat the dodge, like the classical one. He played a very slow version with c6. I've noticed people normally trying something like this, and then they play bishop d8, and then this with like, wait, yeah, this with like e5. But yeah, that's a plan. I mean, something like this. Still think white should be better, like queen c2, something like this. If b6, maybe just knight e2 idea to meet bishop b7 with bishop f3. It's kind of a typical line. But opponent had something different in mind with c6. I just went for like the normal play. I took, yeah, as I was saying, like generally knight e4 should be inaccurate. It's usually like pretty bad, and like let's say they go knight f6 after knight e2, another typical idea after queen c2 d5 is to like, okay, in this position we can block, and let's say he makes a random move, then f3 is like really how you're breaking this position. So yeah, okay, let's assume there's no check on g6, okay, which would be disastrous. Even this is like completely winning for white, because I mean, yeah, we just got much better prospects in activating with like 95 pieces are, yeah, coordinating way better. And yeah, the Dutch is kind of bad. Although it could be very dangerous in good hands, I think it's very hard to play. And also like when I'm analyzing it, I feel like all the time I'm getting a big advantage. Which is not the case with most openings. So okay, I mean the endgame was like technically winning, but okay. It got messy in the time trouble. Maybe I just play rook c1 here instead, or I don't know. But then yeah, he was not really that relevant since I can just play queen a3 in that position, and he is kind of resigning. Okay, we get the white pieces against 2261. Gonna try out a positional London. c5 e3. Knight c6, and I'm gonna be playing knight b to d2. And now I can just play c3. If he goes bishop d6, yes, I can play bishop g3. Because he already played c5, he committed to it. And I can go knight e5, but I'm gonna try to use another idea, allowing him to play knight h5. And now I'm gonna try to use the Berkish-Ferenc idea. We've covered it on YouTube already. Taking on c5, that was kind of the tricky line that people generally are not expecting when they go knight h5. And I feel like the structure should be like a little bit easier to play for white. Yeah, just defending the hanging pawn with g3 pretty much. And I remember Ferenc doing something like rook e1, and then he did like knight b3, bishop. In his game actually he played knight b3 quicker, and there was like bishop f8 move by his opponent. So I'm afraid we can't really triple on the e5 like he did. But we can still play like knight b3, queen e2 with yeah, easy positions to play for white. He can't really break with d4 because I have like either knight b3 or knight e4. He can use this move or can simply play queen e2. Idea to bring the rook, knight b3, knight d4, knight e5 eventually. White is just like really easy play. And yeah, that is pretty much what we want as London players. He goes g5. I wasn't really expecting this. I could have perhaps played h4 if I was concerned of it. But I was just busy drawing random arrows, okay? Don't mind me. Let's go g5. I believe we can take and perhaps play h4. Feels like really shaky for my opponent. I don't think this should be like right. So like h4, g4, knight h2. Looks kind of winning. Yeah, just gonna go h4. That is the point, and we're winning the pawn. And if they take, we can do many things. Again, I mean, I think I'm just gonna take with a knight. But I could also like, I don't know, play king g2, idea to bring the rook. Let's see. I feel like this is really overextended. So like king g2, he perhaps tries h3 check. Trying to be clever. Could also take and then idea to use like the g file. Taking this way. And then this and that. Yeah, the thing is if I take with a knight, he may get into some kind of e5 lines. So I'll just do it this way. If I'm mating, I'm winning. If I don't, I'm generally, yeah, in bad shape, but we'll see. So like king h1, e4, rook g1, king h8, knight g5. Looks alright to me. On e4 there's also like knight e4. Can we take? So like knight e4. I mean, it's totally doable. Yeah, and then do we throw in the check? We can, but should we? Okay, I mean, it's like not a biggie. Okay, queen e4 maybe has rook d8, so I think it's important to go check and then take on e4. Then this is a big threat. Only move is to play like, I believe either bishop f5 or... Oh, he has queen h6 that I missed. Okay. But I mean, I can still like continue the attack somehow. How do we actually continue? Can go knight g5. Okay, I'm gonna make this move, hitting the bishop. Idea to double. If he plays bishop e7, what do we do? Oh, he just takes. Okay, I'll try to bring the other rook. Can we get some kind of knight e5? Okay, I'll try knight e5. I have no idea what I'm doing, but hoping for the best. I'm really honest here. I literally don't know what is going on. Goes there, but maybe we can take. Then rook f6. This might win. Hitting the queen. He's not in time with bishop there. Yeah, I think this is actually winning. I don't see a way for him to defend. Might be winning. Okay, queen g7 like only move, but that is losing obviously. I have a cute mate against queen g7 I can take and then go like rook g6. Okay, but that's just mate in one. Alright, we've got him. Okay, I believe that was actually like quite fun. I don't know. Maybe this was not like precise at all, but I don't even care at this point now that we managed to get this rook f6 motif. Let's actually, yeah, check it into the analysis scene. Yeah, we've had this opening that is like theory. He went for the queen gd, bishop e7 lines, and my main recommendation is generally to play knight e5. And yeah, just avoid this knight h5 kind of stuff. And yeah, bishop to d3, castles, I mean, don't castle immediately, bishop d3 and then h4. Like a line that I'm generally looking forward to is, let's say, bishop to d3, and now they would normally, I don't know, let's say they play a6 and we go h4. And now if they take, then there's like a very nice line when we can take and then go like queen h5. And I believe we've seen this on the channel like countless times when they go like f6 and we get the Greek gift, and it's all really nice for white. So this would be like my main recommendation, but instead I tried this line that was played by Berkish. He went queen f6, and perhaps on h6 I'm supposed to play h4 myself. I don't know, like I can really stop this g5 idea if I want to, but I wasn't really familiar with it. Perhaps it's actually good. Now the chess.com engine also kind of validates it. So just better to play something else, like this maybe, with the idea to meet g5 with like knight b3 and then queen e3. So this was like a little bit inaccurate what I just did. I think playing just h4 is better. And yeah, we still like keep easy play with like literally no tricks. Knight b3, knight d4, knight e5. Why is just better? Instead we kind of complicated a bit. I went h4. He took and I took with the g-pawn. Okay, like taking with a knight I wasn't sure because of e5, and I thought black is okay. So at this point I was like pretty much, hit or miss, just take with the pawn, and I was hoping we can get some attack. He was a little bit naive though with this e4 move, cause looks like I can take it. Perhaps with the bishop's even better. This was strange cause I thought it's like completely winning once we get there. I missed that queen h6 is actually a legal move. I went rook g5 and I'm lucky that he took on f2, like he should just like keep the bishop, because this way he actually helped me bring my pieces, and should have gone rook f6 at first. I missed the motive, but I've seen it after, and there was like a nice idea. If he goes there, I wanted to take, and if he takes, I was planning to play rook g6, because if he takes there is like mate on h7. And if he doesn't, I will force it with like, okay, rook g8. And then whatever he takes with, that is mate. So I think that was kind of a cute point to finish the line with. Yeah, okay, so it looks like my opponent kind of outplayed me with this g5 idea. So it was better to just try to prevent it. I wasn't really sure like he can push his king side pawns like that, but yeah, I mean apparently he can, so you should just like stop it with h4, and yeah, there's just a very nice position for white. I believe actually the Berkish game that we've covered on YouTube goes something like perhaps knight b3 in this position. I think that's how he started. His opponent literally played bishop f8 with the idea to like reroute it, which is actually very sound. I mean, black should be okay theoretically speaking, but yeah, I mean, Berkish played a very nice attacking game. I highly advise you to check that one out if you missed it. Okay, we're facing a 23-19. Let's go d4. And we face the super ambitious c5 on the first move. And we're trying to kill all the fun by playing c3. If he's willing to play these positions, so be it. We're going to be playing the exchange, Slav. Not sure what that move is about. We're just gonna leave it as that. Let's go a6. Knight a4 in some position may be really annoying. Just gonna play bishop d3. I'm gonna castle. Goes bishop d6. I could like really take, but you know, I've noticed them doing this. Just keeping tension. Rook's coming to c1. Very easy play. Just backseat gaming now. Knight e4, knight c5. Okay, bishop goes into like b1. a3 coming next. Perhaps could have gone knight e5. Who cares about the small nuances? Okay, gonna go knight e5 and then a3, and I believe this guy's actually getting trapped, funnily enough. Have a3. Where is he gonna go with the knight? And I believe now we have a juicy tactic. Hitting the queen and hitting the knight as well. Yeah, take it with the rook, hitting the queen. And can we force some kind of weird checkmate? I think the answer is no, so I'm just gonna play like queen d3. Keeping an eye on this pawn while also keeping an eye on this diagonal. Maybe I was not supposed to allow b4. I think that was maybe like a small inaccuracy, but I'm just gonna make this move. Knight g4. Yeah, that is a little bit of hope chess, but I mean knight e4. I don't like knight g4 because of knight e4, so I'm just gonna play like rook c1. Try to keep the knight centralized. Like I'm looking for an idea where he makes this move. I have knight d7. I'm kind of fishing for that. But keep that a secret. Oh, he goes for it. Oh boy. Wow. What is up with these people? What is up with these people? They just run right into it. Gosh. What is up with these people? So like as I was saying, I was pretty much waiting for my opponent to do something like this when I had the plan to make this move. Hitting the queen, and if he takes, then I want to mate. But like, he went for it. He was like really kind. Okay, we get a white piece against the 24-47, and this might be actually the highest rated opponent that we've ever played in the speedrun. And yeah, we'll just try out the move order with knight f3. He plays c6, meaning that we're gonna get into the Slav setup. I'm gonna go with c4. You can still play bishop d3, trying to go for like simple chess, but against the Slav, I think it's like a very good chance to get into some really nice endgames if they go queen b6. Let's go queen a5, which makes less sense. Just gonna play knight c3. I don't think this is theory. Okay, he goes there, but like c5. And we're getting into the same thing, but I just managed to win a very important tempo. So yeah, I mean, he's not gonna be in time to stop me from pushing b4, b5. That's the issue, because normally he'll have the knight on d7 in like these positions. It's like he plays a6, but it's too late because I can already go b5 and I'm much better. Because cb, I mean, I can take both with the knight or with the bishop. I think this is like easiest developing. Like knight e5 coming. Ooh. Yikes, that is gonna be brutal. Let's go for it, boys. The London guy going for the tactics, and there might be another one. There might be another one. Okay, he tries e5. I think I can just take. I need to actually focus because I don't want to mess up the checkmate here. So like I take, he takes on a6. Oh wait, I can go this as well. That's probably just ending the game, right? But I want to go for like the mate. It's not fair. I want to play like beautiful chess, but maybe we shouldn't. Do you guys like see the mate? I don't. Just gonna play boring. Just gonna play really boring. Sad. I'm up like 2 pawns. No counterplay. I think I'm just gonna play king e2. Okay, one next. Yeah, I really was hoping that we can get a checkmating attack, but might just play simple chess sometimes. The rook is coming in now. It's gonna be a disaster. Maybe bishop d6 was better, creating a mating net. But anything wins. Get rook a1 and then bishop d6. And that's a mating net. Just rook a7. I can't move pieces, damn. We're grabbing that pawn and yeah, looks over. I couldn't see the mate. We'll check it after the game. I couldn't really see the mate. I can tell you that. I was really like trying hard to find it, but I couldn't see it. Kicking d8, I mean, what is this? Just c6? Where does he move? I go c7. Yeah, c6, c7 looks easily winning. Might even queen, yeah, like c7. He plays like king c8, but then bishop a6 looks winning, yeah. No, I mean there's like mate in one. What am I talking about? God. Okay, just get a queen with check. Take everything. What? Where's my opponent trying to hide? Where's my opponent trying to hide, man? Okay, I should just like play fast. Try to end the game. Like at this point I just start making fun of my opponent, and this is generally when I like lose 20 seconds and end up getting flagged. So I should learn from my own mistakes and try to finish the game. But like he has no remaining pieces. I don't know. Nah, there's no pawn mate. I mean, dude, he DC'd. Okay, I mean, he played it all the way and then he DC'd. What? Okay, let's actually check this game, see whether we missed mate or not. Okay, so like first of all, his move order was like really inaccurate. Like queen a5 is not really... He's not really aligned. Like they normally either play queen b6 or queen c8. Sometimes b6, it's also seen. But mostly they go for this, and we play this end games that are really pleasant for white. And yeah, for like my chessable course, I'm also considering recommending stuff like bishop to d3, because if black actually plays a different move order like this one, then I believe c4 is like the super ambitious move, but I don't think it will provide you with like an edge. And then yeah, I mean, you also have to deal with lines such as bishop b1 and then playing with the king on e2. And now that I'm trying to put myself in the position of a London player, well, personally, after studying this, maybe I can play these lines, but I don't think this is every London player's cup of tea. And I think people would just be, you know, happier playing this type of positions that are kind of equal anyways, but just more pleasant for white. And yeah, way more simple. You need no fury. I believe on bishop d6 there's like a nice queen b3 intermezzo, because if they take, we take. And after something like queen c8, yeah, I believe you could take as well. Also like just go bishop to g3. I believe Aronian played it like that, like knight c3, castle, e4. Something along those lines just seems very easy to play for white. But I think against this particular move order with the Slav, even though you can do the same, trying to avoid fury and yeah, just get into like really easy play, pretty much simple chess, no fury, I think it's just like really going to help you improve as a player once you understand to actually how to put pressure in the end games after queen b6, and how to maneuver these lines and how to get a knight around and so on. So I think this is actually gonna be the main line in my course. So after queen a5, yeah, we just got the lines where I'm up a tempo. So like to understand what black normally gets in these lines, they play like knight d7, knight c3, a6, b4. Now they're in time with like rook c8, so I can't go b5. So if we compare it to the actual game after this stupid inclusion of queen a5, yeah, I basically just got the same position, but I'm up a tempo. And after b5, I think taking with the bishop is like optimal. And then we had this really nice tactic with rook takes. And after e5, well, I was really trying knight takes on e5 to make it work, but I couldn't really see if we can get the mate after king e8. But it was like this, but like I knew I could do something like castle in this idea, but I'm like down a rook, okay? So like I wasn't sure whether we can actually deliver mate, and if I'm down a rook and we don't get the mate, I might be losing. So when you can go for like such an easy win with rook a8 and you are like up 2 pawns with no counterplay, practically speaking, that's the move that you should be going for, I think. I'm happy with my decision overall. Sure, I mean, for the content, it would have been much better to take on e5. I'm kind of kicking myself for not doing that. And by the way, for those of you that do not understand why he was not capturing the rook, we get a really nice, thematic checkmate here, sort of puzzle rush, because the king is caught in this box. And then the endgame, I believe, was quite straightforward, and we can't really add that much. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate you checking out another one from the same series, or if you perhaps are looking for a weapon with the black pieces, then you can click on the video that is related to the French defense. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you around on the channel. Take care.